Now it's recording. So, Evan, tell me about your mindfulness activity and how it is going so far.
It's been going pretty good. I've been pretty consistent. And, normally I plan to do this activity every morning, so it's pretty easy. So I make a cup of tea every morning. I
Mhm.
choose different uh choice of tea each time. It's only been like 2 days so far, so it's been good. Each tea has like a different taste and different smell, and I can focus on different aspects whenever I'm making it each time. But yeah, it's good.
Right. So, it's sounding like you've been enjoying the mindfulness activity you've chosen and you've decided to have a different tea every morning.
Hmm. Yeah, I
That's
have.
great. That's great. I'm really glad that you're enjoying your mindfulness activity. Tell me more about these sensations that you're getting. I mean, the
Um, some of the teas, they when they pick it, depending where it is on the branch, it has either like a lighter or a darker, like roast. So it smells different too. So like the ones with the darker roast, they'll smell even like earthier.
Mm.
When the lighter ones, they'll just smell like you're boiling water and some leaves.
Is there a type of tea that you prefer?
I like I like cold. I like to drink black teas, but when I bring it hot, I like green teas. But
Mm.
even in green teas, there's so many different types. So, like one of the times I roasted green tea, that was really good. But it's different in comparison to like the regular green tea.
All right.
Mm.
So it's sounding like that you have two different types of tea that you prefer
Yeah.
depending on the weather. That's great. Do you think that at any point during the mindfulness activities, as it's getting hotter over the summer, you're gonna lean more towards one tea instead of having different teas every day?
When it gets too hot, actually, like I probably wouldn't want to drink too much tea when it gets too hot,
Hmm.
but I'd want to have probably a lighter tea.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you think maybe if the tea is too much, you'll switch to a different drink of choice?
Yeah. Maybe like, I don't know, juice or something.
That's great. So it seems like you have a backup plan for your mindfulness activity as it gets hotter this summer.
Hmm.
That's great. Hey, Alexis, can you tell me about your mindfulness activity and how it's going? So, for my mindfulness activity, I've been journaling for 5 minutes, followed by 5 minutes of belly breathing every night before I go to bed. And I would say so far it's been really good because my schedule, at least for the journaling part, my schedule has been really hectic recently because I'm doing school and I'm also like packing everything because I'm moving very soon. So it's just been a lot. So the journaling's been really helpful to just kind of relieve all that stress. And the belly breathing, I think, has been really beneficial for my sleep. I usually have a really hard time falling asleep, and I feel like it really just sets up my body to be super calm before going to bed. So yeah, overall, it's been really great. Good. So it sounds as though the mindfulness overall has been great for kind of calming your mental health and how you're feeling at night, especially after a chaotic day or a chaotic week. It sounds like the belly breathing is making you feel calmer before you go to bed and that you're able to actually be able to fall asleep. And that the journaling has been really helping with your stress. Um, how do you feel about like the length of time that you're doing for the journaling? Like, do sometimes you feel like you need more time? Like, do sometimes you feel like you're running out of things to say in your journaling, or how's that going?
I feel like sometimes I do need more time. I feel like some days it's longer than others, just depending on how the day went. So I've just been kind of basing it off of that.
Okay, and how do you feel about like moving forward? Like, how do you feel about not necessarily like putting a time limit on it possibly, or like just allowing yourself to like free write in your journaling? How do you feel about that?
I think that possibly not having a time limit on it would be really helpful especially because, some days I have more to write about than others. And I feel like depending on the day, 5 minutes could be too long, but then 5 minutes might not be long enough. So I think that is something that I would do in the future.
Yeah, so it definitely sounds like you have a plan moving forward with like how you may want to adapt your mindfulness and make it a more effective strategy in making you feel calm and relaxed. Um, so
So, hi Hannah, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well myself. So, we're going to talk a little bit about your journaling. Can you tell us about how it's been going?
Yeah, so I've only gotten the opportunity to do it once this week, just with kind of the shortened week. But so far I've really felt like a sense of like not freedom, but like a sense of just like not having to worry about anything else and you're kind of just like in the moment. And I feel like while I'm writing, even if I feel like I don't have much to say, like once you really start writing, you just start to continue going off on almost like a little tangent, but that's kind of the point is kind of just like offload. So I do feel like it's a good like offloading at the end of the day. I've been doing it at the end of the day to kind of wind down before bed.
Okay, that sounds really good. So, it sounds like when you write, it's very free flowing and it's actually not hard for you to like get it started. Is that
Correct.
right? Oh, wow. So, when you write, what do you hope to gain from when you write?
I feel like the main reason I wanted to do it is to just kind of like I've heard a lot about it being used as like a stress reliever tactic to
Mhm.
kind of just like offload your mind. And so I definitely think it's something I wanted to use for that reason to kind of, like I said, wind down before bed, kind of like offload from my day and like go into the next day without any like overthinking or anything like that.
Okay, that's really good. Even if it's like just for like a few minutes, how do you usually feel after you journal?
I feel calm and I feel like relaxed.
Like you feel it instantaneously.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really good.
Like a weight lifted off your shoulders, kind of.
So this has been the first you've done it once so far.
Hmm.
Do you see anything getting in the way of your journaling coming up during the week?
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of like making it part of the routine, which like a nighttime, like going to bed routine has been something that I've wanted to create. And so like including the journaling in that. So I know it's kind of like a big task, like making an entire routine, but at least starting with the journaling can definitely help with that. And I just think that really the only barrier is kind of myself, which sounds kind of cliche, but just like letting myself get in the way of just being like, oh, it's fine, like I don't have to do it. But just instead of being like that, oh no, it's only 10 minutes at the minimum, so I think it'll make you feel better.
Okay. It sounds like one barrier is just yourself, but the other is like, okay, it's it's fine. It doesn't take that long, and you can just attach it onto your routine that you already have for your nighttime routine.
Right.
That's already set, so
Yep,
it's going to be easy for you to keep going.
definitely.
That's good. So, how do you see this journaling practice supporting the version of yourself you're working towards?
Ooh. Supporting the version of myself. I definitely just think I want to, like, I think I have a tendency to overthink a lot, and I definitely think that the journaling, can definitely help combat that, rather than just like letting all my thoughts sit in my brain, like while I'm going to bed and keeping me up at night. Like, um, I don't mean to like sound repetitive, but just like offloading it so that like I have a clear mind before going to bed.
Good. And processing. So, do you feel confident that you'll stick to this plan?
I feel confident that I want to stick to this plan. Um, and so I guess a matter of if I actually do stick with it is
Yeah.
up for determination. But um, I think that the fact that I have a motivation to want to do it is definitely helpful.